All right, so the year is 2020, and I am going to open up a booster box for the Lord of the Rings, A Fellowship of the Ring. I used to play this game religiously as a kid, but I think I might get back into collecting them. I don't think I ever actually got an entire booster box growing up, though. So, get 36 packs. Pretty cool little setup here. 36 packs, I believe there's 11 cards per pack. I think it's 1 rare, 3 uncommon, and then the rest are commons. And I think we should get a foil roughly every 6 packs. So, let's see how this goes. All right. So here's our uncommons. Ooh, Rivendell. Ooh, Relics of Moria. That's one heck of a card. I actually love that card. It's in my Hobbit and Goblin deck. Awesome. And I'll try to go through these kind of quick just because we have a lot of cards to go through here. Ooh, Haldir, Grimer, Arwen's Fate. And then we get all our commons here. Growing up, I spent way too much money on this game. And then as I grew older, I kind of just stopped playing, but we used to host tournaments, probably not official rule tournaments, but we used to host our own tournaments and really enjoy the choice of Luthien, who married Beren and became mortal. We used to host our own tournaments and we'd buy packs and extra cards as the prize. Bilbo's Pipe, Tolbrandir, No Ordinary Storm, and a rare Boromir. Nice. Boromir is not overwhelmed unless his strength is tripled, which is probably not going to happen. So, a common ring. Hopefully we can get the rare ring. That'd be cool. I never got into the shadows once they got to that point, but I used to love the reflection set. Bent on Discovery condition. All right, that's a good one. And another common ring. Let's keep cruising right along here. Me and my brothers will probably get together and play this. Ooh, Celeborn. Oh, he's an ally. Oh, interesting. Probably get together and play this here, not too far off. We still have some of our old decks, but we got rid of a lot of this collection, which is kind of unfortunate. I used to own every ring, every Frodo, had quite the collection. Little uncommon Boromir, so that's a better Boromir than the rare one, but Orc Lieutenant, all right. Cool. And I do have cases that I'll put the rares into. I think I'm going to get more into collecting rather than just playing. So I want to make sure I take good care of the cards here. Rare Gandalf. Gandalf with strength +1 for, yep. I actually sent a picture of this box to my brother. And was like, I get to open these. And he was like, no way, where in the world did you get those? Found them on Amazon. So I'm going to keep an eye out to see if I can ever find them on a good deal. Because this really just brings me back to childhood. Listen to Lord of the Rings probably 2 or 3 times a year on audiobook. It's my absolute favorite. Ooh, Ulayr Astia. I love Nazgul. Alerts his battle cry is a great card for an Uruk deck. I can't remember exactly which set was my favorite, but I really enjoyed the Return of the King sets. Orc Bowman. Oh, interesting. Well, you can spot him. That'd be a great card to have 4 of in your ooh, and there's our first foil. An uncommon Gimli, Dwarf of Erebor. Awesome. So I'll leave the foils over here. So I wonder, I feel like we're pretty far behind on our foils unless I've missed some. But in theory, we should get 1 every 6 packs, which means we should get about 6 per, ooh, Aragorn's Pipe, nice. 6 per booster box here. Troop of Uruk-hai. My little brother loves playing with the Uruk-hai. He likes Uruk-hai and Rohan. My favorite is elves and Nazgul, or goblins and hobbits. Gandalf's Pipe. We've gotten a lot of pipes. The 9 Walkers. Playing Gandalf. Plays a companion. Oh, that's not great, but that's all right. Okay. Keep cruising right along. It's cool to get a foil Gimli, even if it is just an uncommon. Blade Tip, that was a really good card. I remember that one. Orc Butchery. Oh, old Toby. This just brings me back to childhood. Spent so much money and time playing this game. The Old Gaffer's Pipe. Ooh, a rare Aragorn. All right. Defender 1 until the regroup phase. Ranger of the North. There's our next foil. Ooh, it's a rare foil as well. Mithril Shaft. Exert a dwarf to discard the cards on top of your draw deck until you choose to stop. Add 1 Twilight for each card discarded. Take away the last card and discard it. Cool. That's a decent card. It's cool to get a rare foil. Keep cruising right along here. I love the sight cards. They're some of the most beautiful cards. I really like them when they're foil as well. Rare Gladriel, but she's an ally. On this, exert Gladriel to play an elf for free. That's actually not bad. All right. When I learned how to play, we didn't realize that you were supposed to only play like the Fellowship block or the Two Towers block or the Return of the King block. So we combined cards from all those different blocks and made super decks that were just incredibly challenging to beat. But since we all had those super decks, it made it a lot of fun. Ooh, Morgul Gates. Play Nazgul as Twilight cost is -2. That's a great card because Nazgul can be pretty pricey. Ooh, I missed. Look at that. I missed a foil. Oh, I don't know if you can see it. That's actually a pretty cool looking foil. I wonder if I've missed any other foils in here. I hope not, but we'll see. Because in theory, like I said, we should get 6 per box. Okay. The Dimril Dale. Karathras has not forgiven us. That's a cool card. That'd be a really cool foil. It's kind of crazy to me that this game is out of print. So opening this up is kind of cool, just knowing that they're not making any more of these. Prancing Pony, one of my favorite sight ones to play Aragorn from your draw deck. Servant of the Secret Fire. I love the little quotes at the bottom as well. Spot a Gandalf to make a minion strength -3. That's a great card. Awesome. Here we go. A foil Anduin Banks. Foil sight cards are absolutely beautiful. I love them. All right. So I think we're pretty much on pace here with the foils now that we picked up a pretty quickly. The Twilight World. If the ring bearer puts on the one ring, add 2 burdens. That was one thing I love to do, is just to overwhelm the ring bearer. That was one of the main goals of one of my Nazgul decks. Ooh, a rare Legolas. Look at that. That's actually a Legolas Greenleaf. It's actually a pretty good Legolas to wound a minion. So instead of just adding to the archery total, you get to choose who you wound. When I busted out the old decks that we still have, some of them are actually missing sight cards and rings. So it's good to kind of restock. Ooh, Asphalloth. Orthunk Assassin. That's actually a nice one. 5 Twilight's pretty expensive though. A wizard is never late, nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to. Ooh. That's a cool looking. Whoa. We just got a double foil. Check that out. We just got 2 foils in 1 pack. Goblin Marksman, common, and then the Choice of Luthien, which we already got, but this one's foil. Huh. That's really cool. I haven't seen anybody get a double foil before. So I wonder, maybe since we got a double in that pack, we'll get 7, get an extra foil in this box. Goblin Domain, this is one of my favorite cards, because each time they play a companion after Site 4, they come in completely exhausted, meaning they only have one health left. Absolutely phenomenal card. I have a couple of them in my Goblin deck. Black Breath is a good card. Ooh, Farmer Maggot. Kind of useless, but it's cool to have. I love the feel and the smell of these cards. Just nostalgia comes and slaps me right in the face. Whoop. Boromir's Cloak, interesting. Exert Boromir to discard a weather condition. That's kind of useless. Ooh, interesting. To play, oh, plays on Aragorn. Wow, that's cool. My wife will only watch these movies with me once a year, but I tend to probably watch them 2 to 3 times a year and listen to the books, like I said, 3 or 4 times a year. All veils removed. Make a Nazgul strength +2 or strength +5 if the ring bearer is wearing the 1 ring. Ooh, and another foil sight card here. That's so cool. That's really cool. Although there's a little blotch on the card. That's weird. Wonder why. Kind of cool though that it has a little blotch on it. Kind of unique. And we're cruising now. We've got like 8 packs left, I think. Assuming my math doesn't fail me. Make an orc strength +1 for each other orc you can spot. That's actually a pretty good card. Especially because of how cheap these guys are. Uruk Spy. If the ring bearer puts on the 1 ring, exert this minion, discard a card at a time. It's a decent card. Pretty cheap Twilight, which is nice, especially for a 7 strength. Although his whole thing is exerting him, so if he takes a wound during the skirmish phase, you can't exert him, because you can't exert somebody who's Only got 1 health left. Durin's Secret. Spot Gandalf, a dwarf, and an elf to make the move limit +1 for this turn. That'd be a good card for if you've got a good fellowship and you're ready to just bust through the sight path. Kind of sad I'm getting to the end here, but I will definitely enjoy looking at all these again here. Strength of Kings. That's not a bad card. And it looks like we have 4 left, including this one. Ooh, there we go, Ranger Sword. Ulayr Nelia. Spies of Saruman. And these cards right here are really good. Bear must be an elf, bear is an archer. Get an elf deck, get 4 of those out on the field. There's a few other cards to manipulate the archery. Sometimes you don't even need to fight the minions because you can get your archery up so high. You just kill them all off right off the bat. Athalas. Nazgul's Sword. The Council of Elrond. This is actually my favorite part of the book. It's so well written. It's absolutely phenomenal. Spot an elf to play a tale from your draw deck. That's a cool card. Two left. Oh, and he's already an archer. That's nice. Ooh, Lurtz. Finally, this guy is sweet. He's not actually in the books, but he's a cool character. It's Ugluk that's the leader. Whereas Ugluk's the leader in the movies after Lurtz is killed by Aragorn. All right, last one here. Last one. What are we gonna get? Journey into Danger. Oh, you can spot 5 companions. Companions fight, the cost is +2. Kind of a useless card. All right, so we'll go through the rares real quick and then the foils. So we've got Journey into Danger, Lurtz, Council of Elrond, Spies of Saruman, Strength of Kings, Durin's Secret, Uruk's Spy, Daizian's Enraged, All Veils Removed, The Weight of a Legacy, Farmer Maggot, Goblin Domain, Wizard is Never Late, Orthunk Assassin, Legolas Greenleaf, The Twilight World, Servant of the Secret Fire, Karathras Has Not Forgiven Us, Morgul Gates, Thin and Stretched, Galadriel, Lady of Light, Aragorn, Ranger of the North, Orc Butchery. My wife's laughing at me because she can hear me. The Nine Walkers, Troop of Uruk-hai, Uruk Bowman. Lurtz's Battle Cry, Enduring Evil, Gandalf, Friend of the Shire Folk. Uruk Lieutenant, Celeborn, Lord of Lorien. Bent on Discovery, Boromir, Lord of Gondor, The Choice of Luthien, which we got a foil of, Arwen's Fate, and Relics of Moria. All cool cards. I'll put those in cases when we're done here. And then these are the foils that we got. So I think we actually ended up getting 6, which is right on schedule. So Midgewater Marshes, and that's the one that has that little blotch in it, but it's still a really cool foil. Choice of Luthien, which we got as a rare, but we also got it as a foil. The Goblin Marksman, that's actually a really cool foil. I like that. The Anduin Banks. Again, the sight foils are my favorite. They're so pretty. Hobbit Party Guest. He'll never see combat, but that's all right. Mithril Shaft. That's actually a pretty cool one as well. And that's actually a rare. And then Gimli, Dwarf of Erebor. All right, so that'll do it. I'm looking forward to kind of collecting more of these, but that's the haul for today.